First thing I do is I circle the denominators. And it's though I'm counting, I have 11 circles plus 4 circles. How many circles do I have? Yeah, I have 15 circles, right? So that says if I have 11 over 6x added to 4 over 6x, since the denominators are the same, this is 11 plus 4 over 6x, which is 15 over 6x, but I can reduce the fraction because 15 is 3 times 5, and 6x is 3 times 2x. The 3's reduce out. I'm left with 5 over 2x. If it's a plus, man, I can just bull forward with it. Again, the first thing I do is I look at the two denominators. And what I've circled is the same. So I am counting circles. So over that denominator, because they are identical, I have x squared plus 7x circles plus x squared minus 4x circles. How many circles do I have? Because these are the same, I can count them. It is x squared plus 7x plus x squared minus 4x circles. This is where there's more work now. X squared plus x squared is 2x squared. And then 7x minus 4x is plus 3x. And then I reduce the fraction. And I notice that there's a greatest common factor of x in the numerator. There's a greatest common factor of x in the denominator. The x's reduce out. And I'm left with 2x plus 3 over x minus 5. It's just a heck of a lot more complicated, unfortunately. Now, this next problem is what brought fear to my heart as a student, always. And that's anytime I had a subtraction. Addition's piece of cake. I could just bowl forward with additions. This is where I used to write myself notes on my tests. Because when I had a subtraction, I had to stop and think, because what does a subtraction do? This changes all of the signs behind So the minute there was a subtraction, I stopped and I said, what's behind that subtraction? It's more than one term. I put it in parentheses because it's going to change to 2x and a minus 1. And that's before I even looked at denominators, because I knew if I'm going to make an error, that's where the error was. Doesn't matter what the denominator is, that minus sign is going to screw me up. Then I worry about the denominator. That could screw me up too, but the minus would screw me up first. Then I go and look at the denominator, and I notice if I circle the two denominators, they are identical. So that says I just move forward and I combine the numerator. I do not do this in my head. I put the step in. And the next step would be over that denominator, which is now the same because I'm counting how many 7x minus 4s I have 3x of them, subtract more than one term, so there's a set of parentheses, which is why I put it in. That saves me from myself. As much as anything can save me from myself. Now remember, this is a 1 in front of there. And the reason why I don't, by the way, I don't do it in my head, and I put the parentheses in, is that that not only changes the 2x, but it also changes the minus 1. So this is going to become 3x, minus 1 times 2x is minus 2x, minus 1 times minus 1 is plus 1 over 7x minus 4. So this is x plus 1 over 7x minus 4. But boy, that subtraction, I just come to a halt. I used to write on the top of my test, watch out for minus signs, because